Okay, so this was question 2 of your progress exam, and it was simplification. So you had to turn these kind of guys here, you had to turn them into something a little simpler. All right, and you did this by adding and subtracting like terms and such, depending on what the question was looking for. So I also just left a little note in there saying expansion is required for some questions before you can simplify. So in other words, you had to multiply what was in the brackets first. All right, but not for our first question. The first thing I would do here is I'd put terms with each other term. So I see 4x here and there's a minus 6x here. So I'm going to put them together, 4x minus 6x. I have a 3y here and a 7y here, so I'm going to put them together. So plus 3y plus 7y. And then I have a regular number here and a regular number here, so I'll put them together. Minus 4 minus 2. And 4x minus 6, that is minus 2x. 3y plus 7y, that is 10y. And minus 4 minus 2, that's minus 6. All right, and that's the final answer. All right, so you've simplified this long yoke into this slightly not as long yoke. Okay, part B then. So part B is an expansion before you can simplify. So that means you have to take the value on the outside of the bracket and multiply it by everything inside the brackets. Okay, so we'll start with 3 and we're going to multiply 3 by 2x, which is going to give me 6x. Then I'm going to take 3, I'm going to multiply them by 3y, which is going to give me 6y. Or sorry, 9y. 9y. 3 times 3 is 9. And then I'm going to take 3, I'm going to multiply them by 12, and that's going to give me 36 plus 36. All right? And that can't be simplified any further, so that's your answer. 6x plus 9y plus 36 is your final answer there. On to part C. Again, we have a value outside the brackets, and we're going to multiply him by everything inside the brackets. So we're going to take x squared, we're going to multiply him by that guy, then we're going to multiply him by that guy, then we're going to multiply him by that guy. So I'll start by taking my x squared, and I'm going to multiply him by x, and that gives me x to the power of 3. There's a kind of a 1 hidden here, so that's x to the power of 1, and when you multiply terms with powers, you just add the powers together. So 2 plus 1 gives me 3. So that's where that 3 is coming from. The next one's a little tricky. So it's minus because it's a plus multiplied by a minus. That's going to be a minus. X squared is going to stay the same, but it's multiplied by y, and that's how you write that there. Some of us wrote it as y x squared, which is fine. But if you wrote it as x y squared, that's wrong. Or if you said y squared x, that's wrong as well, because it's the x that's squared, not the y. The y shouldn't have been squared at all. Okay, so then we multiply x squared by minus 1, and that gives me minus x squared. And again, that's it. We can't simplify that down any further. That's my answer. Now, this question was a little nasty in that it's quite long. So you're going to have to be a bit patient with me here, guys. So we're going to take y squared, all right? And we're going to multiply him by everything here, all right? Then we're going to take this guy, multiply him by everything here. And then we're going to see if there's any like terms that we can simplify together. So let's have a look. Y squared multiplied by 2y cubed. So that's going to give me 2y to the power of 5. Now I'm going to multiply him by y squared. That's just going to give me y to the power of 4. Now I'm going to multiply him by y. That's going to give me y to the power of 3. Notice that you're just adding the powers together. 3 plus 2, that gives me 5. All right, so that's where that's coming from. 2 plus 2, that gives me 4. That's where that's coming from. All right. And then the last one is 3 times y squared is plus 3y squared. All right. So I'm going to rub out just these lines. So we're finished with the y squared part. So rub these guys out. All right. And now we're focusing on the 3x. So 3x multiplied by this guy is going to be plus 6xy to the power of 4. Nope, that's incorrect. Let me try that again. So that is 6xy cubed. All right, 6xy cubed. Then 3x multiplied by y squared is going to be 3xy squared. All right. Then multiplying by y, you get plus 3xy. Multiplying by 3, you get 6x. I'm just going to add him down here, 6x. And if you look, there is no like terms in here. All right? None of these guys are the same as each other. Y to the power of 5, there is no other y to the power of 5. Y to the power of... Sorry, hang on, get my laser pointer. So y to the power of 5, there is no other y to the power of 5. Y to the power of 4, there's no other y to the power of 4. Y to the power of 3, yes, there is a y to the power of 3 here, but it's attached to an x, so it's not the same. Y squared, yes, there's a y squared here, but it's attached to an x, so it doesn't count. All right, so that's it. That's your answer. It is simplified, although I would argue this is almost less simple, but there you go. Okay, and that was question 2.